Okay, good morning, everybody. This is Ken Cal is my YouTube channel, I think is the name, and or Kenneth Cal, and most of you know me. And I've decided to show my backpack that I've had back in storage for 3 years, waiting to go hiking on the Appalachian Trail with, that I've never got a chance to use because basically I ended up disabled where I can't. My balance isn't that good, my strength isn't that good to do that anymore at the moment, so it may take 5-10 years before I recover enough to use the darn thing, you know. I bought it 3 years ago, I got disabled 2 years ago, and well, enough said on that part. The Gateway 3900 is right there. That's why those Imacons just came up and blocked me from seeing what's coming up on the camera, I don't know. Okay, there it is. All its glory with the water bottle it's showing is the steel one. Like I said, so everybody's been so sharing about what they carry in their bags. Like I said, there's my aluminum water bottle on the opposite side. And like I said, what I put in the packs so far is just basically, you know, the usual survival gear. You know, just a bag with my, well, how do I get this on the camera if I get it there? With a knife sharpener, harmonica, some lanyard cord that might be necessary, a pack of matches that I've never used. Those actually came out of an MRE, that's why they're green. And my throwing dagger. This is one of my knives, which I bought oddly enough, I bought this one in a cigar store. This was a, as you can see, the designs on the blade rather fancy, and you know, just see the bear on the handle has it on both sides, oddly enough, like a little plastic molded handle, but that I never did like. I can tell by the hardness of the blade how hard it is to sharpen. It's made out of file, so it's at least a good, I'd say about a 56 Rockwell. You know, because it's not one that you can easily get an edge on, and I have taken the time. Back before I was disabled to put an edge on it, in preparation for a hike, I was trying to get my wife and my grown son back then, even grown to the point of being 18 years old, into hiking, which they didn't, you know, didn't know I had those in there. Those were like double A's, I guess. Those working my headlamp and my flashlights I carried with me. And a Walmart fire starter with some cotton patches there. And in this same side, I should have some, see, wet fire tabs. I got 3 of those. My other fire spreading kit, which uses a, how would you put it, stick flint. I guess you call it a spark rod, you know, so. cotton patch bag, actually, for the cotton rounds. They're pure cotton. There's a few of them still left in this first bag. I was using them to try, fire starting, see what works best. And that is actually one of the things that does work the best. And there's the leather lanyard that I put on my spark rod. And you can see basically is well, like I said, it may be rusted over a little bit, but these things they will canker relatively quickly, even in the bag. This has been setting for 3 years. That's why it's not working right now. I actually have to scratch the coating off that gets back on there. I don't know if it's just rust or what it is, but it gets back on there anyway. As I said, I do carry a bunch of stuff, and the stuff bags I prefer are the Ziploc type bags because, well, one, they're cheap, two, they're very lightweight, and you can buy them in multiple sizes, and they don't add much weight at all. They don't really have enough weight to weigh anything down. For whittling little, how would you put it, making your wood shavings there, I always carry a dry piece of wood with me. Just one of those usually. Important. You'll obviously need that if you're camping or backpacking. And the ever handy AA mag light. This one is my brand new one. It was brand new 3 years ago when I bought it, and it's never been used. Well, I've had batteries loaded in it once, and I never get a chance to take it out, and I took the batteries out because of the fact that I never got a chance to use that one, because it's just spare equipment sitting in my backpack. Now, I want to make sure I got everything out of that pocket. Now I found it. 3-pack of AA's. Yeah. And when you dig through everything, you notice you find everything that you put back for those trips you were planning, that you never got around to taking, And this is a camouflage knife. It's a 440. It's from China. It's fairly well hardened steel. It'd be good for whittling and whatever you had to do, small stuff, It takes 2 hands to open and 2 hands to close. So I can tell everything's pretty much tightened up on that. And back the camera off a little more. Maybe I can hit the camera angle better like this. Here I have my steel cooking mug, and of course in it, naturally, I have some back wheel for backaches and stuff, which you get carrying the pack, and my $1 multi-tool, which, like I said, everybody's been so sharing with me and showing what they carry in their packs. That is basically, several knife blades in there, a screwdriver pick, that is actually a screwdriver there. It's a Phillips head, tiny Phillips head, good for glasses and stuff like that. But, and if I can get this other side dug out, Yeah. Hair scissors. Or cuticle remover, I believe they call that one. And my flathead screwdriver. Okay, let's lock this puppy down now. On this, on the end here, there he is. If you can see that little hook right in here. Trying to get that at the right angle. Make sure that you can see a little hook in there. And you hook it like that. That just locks the multi-tool together. Now, if you're at the computer desk doing this, because the easiest way to get everything on camera now. There's the cup. And those are good cups. They do work. They will boil rice and stuff like that. I can actually set them on the electric stove. I can do that without dirtying up the cup at all. That is a spare set of light bulbs for my mag light right there. Okay, that's one pocket on the 3900 Getaway by Eureka that I had planned on carrying up there with me on the Appalachian. I don't know if I'll ever get to do that. And I'm hoping I will eventually get to where I can walk good enough to do that again. And people don't realize how rough that terrain is. It's not a hike for the faint-hearted, which is why about more than 90% of the people who go up there don't make it the whole way. In fact, I think about 75% drop off before they finish the Georgia end of the Appalachian Trail. I've seen videos of a lot of places where people are hiking and these trails look fairly, just they're up and down, but they're, not at such a steep grade. But what I was seeing on the Appalachian Trail, it was almost like a mountain climbing expedition. Whether you're going uphill or downhill, it was relatively hard to keep your balance, and the temptation to grab onto tree roots on the way up and pull yourself on up, because the trail is so steep up there. It's not just a walking trail. It's more of a mountain goat type trail. You have to just about be a mountain goat to go up the thing. It's nothing easy at all about it. And the fact that I was carrying much more stuff the first time, I was carrying like a full-size axe, a half-length shovel, and I was carrying a bunch of extra gear that I really found out that I didn't need at all. I figure that harmonica, I may use it to keep me from getting to where I don't have any music with me, because radios, not so much. Now, don't get me wrong, there are spots where you can pick up a signal, but it would have to be a really good reception radio to even hear anything up there most of the time. I know there are certain gaps at certain shelters where the radio signals bounce through the mountain where you could actually receive some radio, but I wouldn't recommend carrying one. I've seen guys carry huge boom boxes and stuff up there, like on their shoulders, an 80s style boom box. No. These guys are nuts, they're just. And I saw them stop and hike out off the trail, go back to the city, a few miles into the trail, to ship a bunch of shit home. And I guess I should have done that with about half the gear I carried the first time, because I carried a bunch of stuff that I really didn't need. And I went as far as Neil Scout Hostel, at which I decided to come back the first trip. The second time I started again at Springer Mountain and went to Unicoi. And I found that again, I had still had a bunch of stuff that I didn't need. I was still carrying about a 120-pound pack, you know. I was still carrying way too much, and I wasn't carrying too much food. I was carrying too much stuff, too much junk. What I found on that specific trail is that, and you have to make a certain mileage a day to get anywhere on that thing, and it's seriously, you know, a month and a half for the Georgia end of the trail ain't gonna cut it, you know, 'cause that's way too long to take. I can admit that. But I needed way too many rest breaks at the slow rate of speed I was going because I carried way too much weight. And to do that trail faster, I'd have to pack an awful lot lighter because that about 150 pound, I guess the first trip, and 120 the second, which that is, I guess that's considerably lighter, but still, you want to carry about a 20, 25, 30 pound pack. You don't want to carry lugging a 50, 75 pound pack. It's going to weigh you down. You know, you want to consider every ounce really of weight because you are carrying it on your back, you know, and it's too much weight to be doing that, really, to be climbing that kind of trail and going through that kind of stresses on your body. Okay, all of you have a good time hiking, and I'll see you later. Maybe. I may not be on the hiking trail for a while. Like I said, y'all, if y'all get a chance to go hiking, enjoy yourselves, have fun, and don't forget the bear spray. Okay? Because, like I said, I have been attacked by a bear several times. I have never been mauled. Thanks to a heavy shovel, actually. The heavy shovel helped quite a bit when you smack them in the head hard enough with it, you know. And a heavy wood axe to smack them in the head with doesn't hurt either, you know. And like I said, if you have to, you have to, you know, if they're coming at you. Okay, so y'all have a nice trip. Take care of yourselves. Stick together when hiking. Don't hike alone. That is my advice to everybody that's up there. Don't hike alone. Because I'm not saying that the bears or anything will come after you. I'm saying that they're more likely to if you're alone. You make yourself a larger target for the bears, for the mountain lions, and for the other predators if you're hiking alone. If you get in a situation where you have to, you know. I recommend you try and find a party that's hiking that you can keep up with and try and stay with that party hiking and do good and have fun and enjoy yourselves. And yeah, I'm wishing all my hiking buddies a good trip. And okay, have a good day, guys.